As Bayonne looks to fill a $15 million budget shortfall, which was caused by developer Kate Howard Ltd. Backing out of the Harbor Station South project, Assemblyman Nick Chiaravalloti, who played a role in the now defunct complex, told Hudson County View that he would like to see the military ocean terminal developed into a ferry base. The Mayor Jimmy Davis administration also told us that they're aggressively pursuing the project. Back in September, Davis announced that Kate Howard Ltd. would be the developer for Harbor Station South, whose plan included a 300-room hotel and at least 750 residential units. The area is adjacent to Route 440 and has been vacant for years. However, the mayor then revealed in April that Kate Howard Ltd. Had backed out of the project. In an email, Andrew Casillas, Davis's chief of staff, said the city is currently advertising the request for expressions of interest, which has a submission date of June 30th. For purposes of formalizing solicitation, this is being considered like an RFP, request for proposal process, Casillas added. As has been well documented, this has caused a $15 million hole in the city's proposed $135 million budget, which will likely be approved at the June 22nd council meeting. Chiaravalloti spoke to us about the subject after a press conference regarding stricter regulations for train conductors dealing with the consequences of a DWI at Secaucus Junction on May 27th.
What do you think is the best method to fill this budget hole as we approach June 30th here? Well, on your last point, I'll leave the best method to the city and to the mayor and to the city council because they're in the best position to judge. The reality is that the state of New Jersey needs to evaluate our own budget. Okay, when we're talking about more funding for public schools, more funding for municipalities, this is about priorities. Okay, and the state needs to establish its priorities. And for me, one of the priorities is more funding for public education and more funding for urban municipalities.
After we filed an Open Public Records Act request seeking all legal bills related to the Harbor Station South project, invoices show the city paid Parsippany law firm Inglesito, Webster, Wesiscala, and Taylor LLC $44,776.56 for services rendered between October 2014 and March 2016. Back in September 2015, the city appeared to be close to finalizing a memorandum of understanding, but the agreement was never completed. Further examination of the bill shows that Chiaravalloti, an attorney for high-powered Parsippany law firm Weeder Lesniak LLP, worked with Inglesito attorney Anna Bortera and firm partner John Wesiscala on a handful of occasions between December and March regarding a redevelopment agreement. Since he was working with Kate Howard Ltd., as opposed to the city, on the project, the Oprah response did not indicate how much he was paid for his efforts.
In regards to Harbor Station South, that has led to this unfortunate situation in the budget. I know you were working on that project for some time, so could you tell us a little bit what the ultimate hope was there, what the ultimate project was supposed to look like, and if you've had any say in what's going to happen now that the developer has backed out? Look, I think the city under Mayor Davis's leadership has done a fantastic job settling the lawsuits down to Military Ocean Terminal, which moving those projects forward. I think everyone's desire in Bayonne is to see that the Military Ocean Terminal gets developed while not forgetting the City of Bayonne and the downtown area and Broadway. I think Mayor Davis has done a really good job balancing that agenda. I, like every other resident of Bayonne, is desperate to see a ferry. So when I think of the Military Ocean Terminal and projects that I'm trying to work on as a state assemblyman down in Trenton, my focus is trying to advocate for Bayonne so that we can have a ferry terminal, because I think that would further unlock our potential as a community.
Chiaravalloti later confirmed that Weeder Lesniak was representing Kate Howard Ltd. In the Harbor Station South matter.
What do you think before the ferry terminal could become a reality here in an ideal situation? Well, on the ferry, the real challenge at this point is we need to work with the Port Authority in order to take back some of the land which was originally sold to them a number of years ago. Because the ideal location for the ferry is is adjacent to the old hotel. And those conversations are ongoing. We're working on it. I don't have a time frame. What I do know, though, based on my previous experience, is once we're able to secure that property from the Port Authority, we'll be able to move fairly quickly in setting up a ferry terminal, even if it's a makeshift ferry terminal.
In the email from Casillas mentioned earlier, he also confirmed that a ferry terminal is something the city is aggressively pursuing. The mayor considers this a priority and believes it would be very beneficial to Bayonne now, and even more so once Harbor Station South and the former military ocean terminal as a whole is developed. I'm John Heides with the Hudson County View, the eye of the community.